Good morning, everyone. This is Conrad Vargas, the old desert naturalist again. Today we're in a date orchard, and at this ranch they still use the ladders to pick the fruit. I'm standing here with Jose, who's going to pick up the dates as they come down and put them in this basket. The young man up on the top is picking the dates, and he's going to drop them in a moment here. He's going to drop them down in this basket so we don't damage the fruit. These are medules that they're picking here, the best date ever grown as far as I'm concerned. In the tree we have Jimmy, who's he's smiling down at us. He's on camera, he likes that. He's dropping down the first bunch of the medules. They're using this basket here to protect the dates from being damaged. The bags you see on the dates are to protect for three different things. One is for any rain, because the rain will spot the dates and damage them. Number two, keep the birds off, of course. Number three, they don't use pesticides here in the date orchards anymore. So the bags will protect in case someone does use pesticides somewhere in the area. What we're doing here is we're just field sorting, getting out any of the bad dates that might be in the box, and any date thorns. And then we're sorting out for the good stuff. But we're putting them in these boxes here so they won't be crushed while going to market. I've got two good dates here. Maybe this date here, I can get a date with Denise, our producer. Then the score would be one for the producer and one for the naturalist. This tree is much better than the other one. They were so dry. Whoa. Here in the Coachella Valley, we have 27 varieties of dates. 3 of them the most popular, being Medjool, Deglet Noor, and Zahidi. To my right here is a young orchard of Deglet Noor. Behind me is a grove of Deglet Noor that I know is over 70 years old, because when I was a kid these trees were this tall then. So the trees will live a long time, but when they get to be this age they don't produce as well. These don't have bags on them. I think they've removed them. We're standing at another grove that's quite old, and we wanted you to see the ladders that they still use. Also, you see that the trees are sort of bent to the right. Well, the north winds coming down through here tend to bend the trees. They're still quite strong. They don't very often break off. Even these bent trees are very popular for landscaping. They'll take them out and take them to Florida, to Las Vegas and Phoenix. Oh, incidentally, Phoenix is probably the only other area that is raising dates for consumption. Their dates are just as good as ours. This is a young nursery where they grow the young trees, and they'll transplant them later into rows, but the trees 30 feet apart. The trees don't like to be crowded too much. They're fine here in the nursery area, but once they get bigger, they have to be spread apart. Right in front of us here, we ended up in the fertilizer pile where they have steer manure. And to the left here, this nice row here, is actually the chippings from the fields. We call it a compost, but the limbs of the date trees just do not compost. It's 113 degrees today, and Renee just has to stop to get a picture of a caterpillar on a leaf in the date orchard. There's many more things to find if you just look for them, like a skipper. The dates are brought in these big boxes to the packing shed. And if you look over, see the boxes over my head here, you realize there's a lot of dates to be brought into this packing shed. This is one of the packing sheds where the dates are brought in to be processed. The dates are graded on this belt here by people who will be sitting on both sides. Right now, they don't start production until maybe another month. The dates are ready to be harvested, but they're just not quite ready for full production. I'm sitting on a big pile of ladders. They're unsafe now, so you either have to use a steel ladder or a lift. Hi everyone. Everyone knows Denise Neal, who's our manager and director and producer and the one who chases us around. I have a question for you. Yes. Would you like to go out on a date with me?
On a date with you?
Yes.
I have to ask me?
Yes.
Like a big juicy date?
Yes.
I'd love to.
Okay. Here it is.
I love dates.
That's a majewel. They're the best date in the world. Thank you for going on a date with me.
Absolutely.
You can have that one. I don't want to take it back.
Everyone should go on a date with their oldest naturalist. Cheers.
Stephen, could I have a date with you also? Oh, he's thinking about this one. That's all right. I'll just give him the majewel date and just forget it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Come join us next week when we take you through the Vargas Gardens.